Ever found yourself wondering about the vibrant nightlife in Boston, Massachusetts? There's something inherently magical about the city of Boston, a place that truly sparkles when the sun dips below the horizon. As twilight descends, the city comes alive with an energy that's as infectious as it is captivating. This isn't just a city, it's an experience. It's a symphony of sounds, a culinary adventure, a sporting spectacle. It's Boston after dark. Boston's nightlife is as diverse as it is vibrant. It's a city that celebrates its rich past while embracing the new, a city that's as comfortable hosting a world-renowned orchestra as it is showcasing the latest indie bands. The music scene here is a kaleidoscope of genres, from jazz and blues to rock and pop. It's a city that makes music, not just in its concert halls and clubs, but in the very heartbeat of its nightlife. But the rhythm of Boston is not just found in its music. It's found in the sizzle of a steak on a grill, the pop of a cork from a bottle of wine, the clink of glasses in a toast to good times. It's a city that loves its food as much as its music. From seafood fresh from the Atlantic, to the finest steaks and international cuisine, Boston's food scene is a feast for the senses. And let's not forget the city's sporting heritage. Whether it's the roar of the crowd at Fenway Park, the thunderous applause at TD Garden, or the cheers that fill every sports bar on game night, Boston is a city that lives and breathes sport. It's a city that celebrates victory, shares in defeat, and always backs its own. So, if you're looking for a city that offers more than just a beautiful skyline, if you're looking for a city that pulses with energy long after the sun is set, then you're looking for Boston, a city with a nightlife as rich and varied as its history. Ready to explore the city that never sleeps? Come, journey with us into the heart of Boston's nightlife, and don't forget to subscribe to and hit the like button for more interesting facts about Boston and other amazing places around the world. As the sun sets, Boston's streets come alive with a symphony of sounds. In this vibrant city, music is more than a form of entertainment, it's a way of life. Boston's nightlife is an orchestra, a concert that plays out on the streets and in the hearts of its residents. The city pulsates with a rhythm that is as diverse as its people, a rhythm that is the very essence of Boston's spirit. Here, the night air is filled with the sounds of music from all corners of the world. It's a city that hums with the soft melodies of jazz, the powerful beats of rock, the soulful tunes of blues, and the intricate harmonies of classical music. Every street corner, every alley, every venue is a stage, and every night is a live concert. Let's begin with the jazz clubs. A staple of Boston's music scene, these venues are where you can immerse yourself in the soulful rhythm of the saxophone, the smooth notes of the piano, and the sultry tones of the double bass. It's a place where the music is as rich and warm as the ambiance. Then, there are the rock concerts. They are a spectacle, a sensory feast of sound and emotion. The energy is palpable, the crowd roaring in unison, their hearts beating to the rhythm of the drums, their souls ignited by the electrifying riffs of the guitar. But the crown jewel of Boston's music scene is undoubtedly the Boston Symphony Orchestra. A world-renowned institution, the orchestra is a testament to the city's commitment to preserving and promoting classical music. It's a place where the timeless compositions of Beethoven, Mozart, and Tchaikovsky come alive, where every note is a story, every symphony a journey. In Boston, music is not just heard, it is felt. It is a language that transcends barriers, a melody that resonates with the soul, a rhythm that connects people. In Boston, every night is a celebration of music, a testament to the city's rich cultural heritage. What's a night out without some delightful food and drinks, right? Boston, my dear friends, is a foodie's paradise, a city where the culinary scene is as vibrant and diverse as its people. This city thrives on its gastronomic delights, offering a smorgasbord of cuisines to satiate the most discerning of palates. From Italian to Asian, Mexican to Mediterranean, there's a world of flavors waiting to be explored. But it's the city's love for fresh seafood that truly sets it apart. The lobster rolls here, for instance, are legendary. Imagine biting into a butter-toasted bun, brimming with succulent lobster meat, slathered in a light dressing. It's a symphony of flavors that dance on your tongue, a culinary experience that's quintessentially Boston. And let's not forget the clam chowder, a creamy, hearty soup that's a local favorite. Laden with chunks of clams, diced potatoes, and onions, it's comfort food at its best. Savor it with a side of fresh, crusty bread for a meal that's as satisfying as it is scrumptious. But Boston's culinary adventure doesn't stop at food. The city is also home to some of the finest brew pubs and cocktail bars. Whether you're a craft beer aficionado or a cocktail connoisseur, you'll find a place here that feels like home. From breweries that offer an impressive selection of locally brewed beers to cocktail bars that shake up unique concoctions, there's a drink for every mood and occasion. And for the wine lovers, fret not. Boston's wine scene is thriving, with wine bars and restaurants offering extensive selections from around the world. Whether you prefer a crisp white, a robust red, or a sparkling rose, you're sure to find a wine that tickles your taste buds. So, whether you're a food lover, a drink enthusiast, or both, Boston offers a culinary adventure that's as exciting as it is diverse. From the freshest of seafood to the finest of wines, from unique local dishes to global cuisines, there's a gastronomic delight for every palate. From mouth-watering lobster rolls to the finest craft beers, Boston's culinary scene is as diverse as it is delicious. In Boston, the spirit of competition isn't limited to daylight hours. Here, the city's heart beats not just to the rhythm of its vibrant nightlife, but also to the pulse of sport. Boston isn't just a city, it's a coliseum, where the thrill of competition and the love for the game are as much a part of the night as the stars themselves. In the heart of Boston, you'll find Fenway Park, a cathedral to baseball, where the Red Sox make their stand. But it's more than just a game here. It's an event, a spectacle that brings together a community under the glow of the stadium lights. The air buzzes with anticipation as the crowd roars, the crack of a bat echoes, and the city holds its breath, united in a single moment. Over at TD Garden, the energy is just as electric. This is where the Celtics, with their rich history and storied legacy, take to the court. You can feel the passion, the intensity, the grit, and the unwavering dedication. The roar of the crowd, the squeak of sneakers on the court, and the swish of the net form an unforgettable symphony of sound that resonates within the city walls. And it's not just about the professional leagues. You'll find pickup games in parks, local leagues and gyms, and passionate fans in every bar, restaurant, and living room. The spirit of competition is woven into the fabric of the city, a thread that connects every neighborhood, every street, every Bostonian. But it's not just the thrill of the win that stokes this passion. It's the shared experiences, the camaraderie, and the connections formed. It's the joy of playing, of watching, of being a part of something bigger than oneself. This is Boston, where the night comes alive with the spirit of sport, where the love of the game runs deep, and the city's heartbeat is a symphony of cheers, chants, and the crack of a bat. In this city, sport isn't just a pastime, it's a way of life. Boston's nightlife is more than just its music, food, and sports. As the sun dips below the horizon and the city lights begin to flicker, Boston undergoes a transformation. Its historical charm remains, but it's infused with an energy that's unique to when the moon takes over the sky. One of the highlights of Boston's nightlife are its historical pubs. These are not just places to grab a pint, they're living, breathing entities that hold within their walls centuries of stories. The Bell in Hand Tavern, for instance, has been serving Bostonians since the late 18th century. As you sip on your ale, you're not just partaking in a casual drink, you're becoming a part of Boston's rich history. Boston's nightlife isn't just confined to its pubs, it spills onto the streets in the form of vibrant festivals. From the raucous St. Patrick's Day parade that paints the city green, to the Boston Calling Music Festival that sees the city dancing to the tunes of world-renowned artists, there's always a reason to celebrate in Boston. The city's bustling night markets further add to the appeal. Rows upon rows of stalls light up the night, offering everything from vintage trinkets to mouth-watering street food. The SoWa Open Market, for instance, is a treasure trove that's just waiting to be discovered. What truly sets Boston's nightlife apart, however, are its people. The locals are friendly, welcoming, and they have a knack for making anyone feel like they're a part of the Boston family. There's a sense of community that permeates the nightlife, turning a simple night out into a shared experience. That's what Boston's nightlife is all about, shared experiences. Whether it's cheering for the Red Sox with fellow fans, dancing to the beats of a live band, or simply sharing stories over a pint, the city's nightlife is a testament to the bonds that are formed and the memories that are created. The essence of Boston's nightlife lies in its people, its history, and the shared experiences that make every night in the city a memorable one.